Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to Elder Insights. I hope you're feeling well today, or at the very least, taking it easy and being kind to yourself. This little corner of the internet is all about helping you live more simply, more peacefully, and with a little less clutter. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever opened your closet door, stood there staring, and thought, where did all this come from? Maybe it's full of clothes you haven't worn in years, or items you forgot you even owned. You're not alone. Closets have a sneaky way of gathering things we no longer need, but somehow still hang on to. Decluttering doesn't mean throwing everything away. It's about making space. Space to breathe, to move easier, and to find what you need without frustration. For many of us in our golden years, bending, reaching, or digging through piles can be tiring, not just physically, but emotionally too. That's why keeping things simple and manageable is so important. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 simple habits that can make closet decluttering easier, more enjoyable, and even a little fun. These are gentle, thoughtful steps that fit easily into your day-to-day life. No rush, no pressure. If this sounds like something helpful, would you do us a small favor? Click the like button, share this video with a friend who might enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe. Your support means the world to us, and it keeps us going so we can continue bringing you useful and heartwarming content every week. Let's take this journey together, one hanger at a time. Habit 1. Start small and stay consistent. Let's start with something simple, but powerful. Just begin small. And I mean really small. One drawer, one shelf, even just the sock basket if that's all you can manage today. It might not seem like much, but that's exactly the point. Small steps are easier to take, and they build momentum. When we try to tackle everything at once, we get tired before we even begin. The closet becomes a mountain. But when you start with one little part, it feels more like a hill, and hills we can handle. Imagine sitting down with a warm cup of tea, opening your nightstand drawer, and deciding right then to clear just that space. No pressure to do more. That's a win right there. I had a neighbor once, lovely woman named Ruth, who told me she decluttered her closet one hanger a day. Just one. Every morning, she'd look through and pick out something she didn't wear anymore. Some days she kept it. Some days she let it go. But she made it a quiet habit, like brushing her teeth or watering her plants. A few weeks later, her closet felt twice as light, and so did she. The trick is to stay consistent. Not fast, not perfect, just steady. A little each day, or even once a week, makes a big difference over time. You don't have to clean the whole closet in one afternoon. That's too much for anyone. But 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, it adds up. So next time you feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath. Remind yourself, you don't have to do it all today. You just have to start. That alone is enough. Habit 2. Set a decluttering time limit. Now here's a little trick that works wonders. Set a time limit. Not for finishing everything, but just for how long you'll spend on it in one go. 10 minutes. 15 at most. That's it. You don't need to spend your whole afternoon standing, reaching, and sorting. Think of it like a friendly kitchen timer. You set it, do what you can, and when it dings, you stop. No guilt. No pressure. Just a small pocket of progress. And if you're having a good day and feel like going longer, that's fine too. But you don't have to. I know a gentleman named Mr. Ellis, sharp dresser, always in neat suspenders. He told me he sets a 12-minute timer because that's exactly how long his tea kettle takes to whistle. While it heats, he picks one part of the closet to work on. Just what he can do in those 12 minutes. Then he stops, pours his tea, and relaxes. It's his rhythm, and it works for him. A timer gives your brain a clear boundary. It turns a big, tiring task into something bite-sized. And when your energy isn't what it used to be, those boundaries help protect it. We're not trying to win a race. We're just trying to make life a bit easier. So if the closet feels like a jungle today, just promise yourself this. I'll do 10 minutes, and then I'm done. Some days, that might be all you need. Other days, it might even feel kind of fun. Habit 3. Use the 1-year rule. Let's talk about something we've all said before. I might wear that someday. Now, be honest, how many times has someday actually come around? One of the easiest ways to let go of that closet clutter is to use what I like to call the 1-year rule. It's simple. If you haven't worn it in the past year, chances are you probably won't wear it again. Think back 4 seasons, 12 months, birthdays, holidays, Sunday dinners. If that blouse or jacket hasn't made an appearance in all that time, it might just be keeping space, not giving value. This isn't about being strict or cold-hearted. It's about being kind to yourself. Clothes aren't just fabric, they're memories, emotions, parts of our lives. But when a closet is full of things we don't use, it makes it harder to enjoy the things we do love. You shouldn't have to dig through dusty sweaters to find your favorite cozy cardigan. I once helped my cousin Marie go through her wardrobe. She pulled out a pair of heels and said, "These still look good, don't they?" And they did. But she laughed and said, "I haven't worn heels since my granddaughter's wedding 5 years ago." We shared a smile, and into the donate box they went, with love, not regret. The 1-year rule is just a guide, not a punishment. It helps you decide what's serving you now and what can gently move on. You deserve a closet that works for your life today, not just who you used to be. Habit 4. Sort by category, not location. Here's a habit that can make the whole process feel clearer. Sort by category, not by location. It might sound like a small change, but it makes a big difference. Instead of going section by section in your closet, gather all of one type of item first. All your shirts, then all your pants, then maybe your scarves or sweaters. When you see everything from the same category together, it's much easier to notice what you use and what you don't. You might not realize you have 6 nearly identical beige cardigans until they're all lined up in front of you. And suddenly, it's obvious which ones you reach for and which ones haven't seen daylight in years. I remember visiting a friend who'd always felt overwhelmed by her wardrobe. Her closet, dresser, and even a coat rack in the hallway were full. I asked her to pull out just her jackets. She looked at the pile and said, "Oh my, I didn't know I had this many." It wasn't until she saw them all together that she felt ready to let a few go. The duplicates stood out, and her favorites were easy to spot. This method helps you focus. You're not bouncing between dresses and socks and scarves. You're just making one decision at a time, over and over again until the pile is smaller and your breathing is lighter. Don't worry if it takes a few sessions to go through all the categories.
That's perfectly fine.
The goal isn't speed, it's clarity. And sorting by category gently brings that clarity to the surface. Habit 5. Keep only what brings comfort or joy. Now, let's talk about something a little more personal. How your clothes feel when you wear them. Not how they used to look years ago or how much they cost.
But how they make you feel now.
That's what matters. If something doesn't bring you comfort or joy anymore, it might be time to let it go. When we get dressed, we deserve to feel good. Not squeezed, itchy, or tugging at seams that don't sit right. If that blouse makes you fidget or that waistband digs in, why keep it? The clothes in your closet should be like old friends, familiar, kind, and easy to be around. Comfort isn't just physical. It's emotional too. Maybe there's a dress you used to love, but now it brings back a memory that stings. Or a jacket that reminds you of a job you don't miss at all. Letting those pieces go doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means making room for today and for peace of mind. My neighbor Grace once said something I'll never forget. She held up a scarf and said, "This looks lovely, but every time I wear it, I feel like I'm pretending to be someone else." She smiled, folded it gently, and placed it in the donation bag. That's wisdom right there. So as you go through your clothes, ask yourself, do I feel good in this? Does this bring me ease, warmth, or even a little smile? If the answer is yes, wonderful, keep it close. If it's no, thank it for its time and let it move on. Your closet should feel like home, cozy, familiar, and filled only with things that serve the you that exists today. Habit 6. Create a maybe box. Sometimes we get stuck on those in-between items. You know the ones I mean. The shirt you used to love but haven't worn in a while. Or that pair of slacks that almost fit but not quite. You don't want to keep it, but you're not ready to let it go either. That's where the maybe box comes in. This is your no-pressure zone. It's not a decision, it's a pause. Take those unsure pieces and place them in a separate box or bin labeled maybe. Then set it aside, out of sight but easy to reach. Give yourself a few weeks or even a couple of months. During that time, if you find yourself missing something in the box, go get it. If not, well, that tells you something too. It's a gentle way of easing into decisions without feeling forced. You're not saying goodbye just yet, you're just giving yourself a little breathing room.
And that's perfectly okay.
A friend of mine named Walt, lovely fellow, used to be a teacher, said he put a stack of maybe clothes in a suitcase under the bed. After 6 months, he couldn't even remember what was in there. When he opened it, he laughed and said, "If I didn't miss any of it, I must not need it." Out it went just like that. Having a maybe box helps take the pressure off. You don't have to make all the right choices right away. You're just creating space to think, feel, and come back when you're ready. And honestly, that kindness toward yourself, that's what decluttering should be all about. Habit 7. Donate instead of tossing. Letting go gets easier when you know your things are going to someone who truly needs them. That's why donating is such a heartwarming part of this process. Instead of tossing your gently used clothes in the trash, think about giving them a new home where they can still be useful. That coat you haven't worn in 2 winters? Someone out there might be wishing for one just like it. The dress you only wore once to a party? It could be someone's Sunday best. It's comforting to know that even if an item no longer fits your life, it can still bring warmth or joy to someone else's. There's a quiet kind of joy in giving. I remember a sweet couple from my church who made it a monthly habit. They'd set aside 1 bag of items to donate, sometimes clothes, sometimes shoes or accessories. It became something they looked forward to, a little act of giving, wrapped in everyday kindness. You don't need to haul everything out at once. Just keep a bag or box nearby while you declutter. When you come across something you no longer wear, drop it in. Once the bag is full, take a short trip to your local shelter or donation center. Some places even offer pickup services, if that's easier. And if parting with things feels a little emotional, remind yourself that you're not throwing them away, you're passing them forward. That favorite sweater you outgrew? It could warm someone's heart, and their hands too. Donating isn't just about clearing space. It's about sharing a little light with the world. And that, dear friend, is a beautiful habit to build. Habit 8. Make it a social activity. Decluttering doesn't have to be a solo job. In fact, it can be a lot more fun with company. Inviting a friend, a grandchild, or even a neighbor to join you turns it into something social, something to laugh about, share stories through, and even learn a thing or two from each other. You'd be surprised how many good conversations start while sorting through old clothes. "Oh, I wore that to my 40th anniversary dinner," or "I haven't seen this hat since the church picnic in '92. Every item has a little tale tucked into its seams, and sharing those memories can turn a chore into a moment of joy. I once visited my sister while she was cleaning out her closet, and we ended up making tea, pulling out old clothes, and telling stories for hours. We made piles and giggled over shoulder pads and neon patterns from decades ago. By the end, not only was her closet lighter, her heart was too. Having someone with you also helps when you're unsure about an item. They can give honest, gentle feedback. "You always looked great in that," or "You haven't worn this since I had hair." It makes the decisions a little easier and the moments a little brighter. If mobility is a challenge, you can even ask a family member to bring you things from the closet, one piece at a time, while you sit comfortably and go through them. Turn on some music, make a snack tray. It's your time, your pace. Decluttering together reminds us that these moments, even the small ones, are better when shared. It's not just about clearing space. It's about enjoying the process, with people who make you smile. Habit 9. Use simple storage solutions. Once you've cleared out what you don't need, it's time to make what's left easy to find. That's where simple storage solutions come in. No need for fancy gadgets or expensive organizers. Just a few smart choices can make your closet feel tidy, calm, and easy to use. Start with what you already have. A clear plastic bin can be perfect for keeping scarves or socks in one place. An old shoebox with a label on the front? Great for belts or folded gloves. Use what works for you, not what looks nice in magazines. My friend Eileen uses hanging closet organizers with little cubbies. One for pajamas, one for everyday tops, one for her comfy walking shoes. She says it's like having little drawers inside her closet. She doesn't have to bend or search. Everything is right where it belongs. It's about function, not perfection. Labels help too. Even if you know where everything goes, having a simple tag that says winter sweaters or house clothes gives your brain a break. It makes it easier to put things back, and even easier to keep it that way. And remember, if you can't see it, you probably won't use it. So try to keep things visible. Fold items so they face forward in bins. Hang your favorite outfits where they're easy to grab. It's not about making it pretty, it's about making it work. Think of your closet as a helpful friend. One that doesn't hide your things or make you dig through piles. With a little planning, it can be neat, useful, and peaceful to open just the way it should be. Habit 10. Celebrate small wins. Let's not forget one of the most important habits of all. Celebrate your progress. Every item you let go of, every drawer you tidy, every corner you make a little lighter, that's worth recognizing. It doesn't matter how small the step is. It matters that you took it. Sometimes we get so focused on what still needs to be done, we forget to notice what we've already done. That pile of donations? That shelf that's no longer crammed? That's real work. And it deserves a little cheer. You could treat yourself to something simple. A quiet moment with your favorite book. A cup of cocoa in your coziest chair. Even just saying to yourself, I did good today. It helps keep the motivation going. And it reminds you that progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. I once heard someone say, small wins lead to big changes. And it's true. Cleaning one shelf might seem tiny, but it gives you the energy and confidence to do the next one. And then the next. Before you know it, you're walking into your closet with a smile instead of a sigh. If you live with someone, tell them about your win. If you live alone, jot it down in a notebook or call a friend and share it. Don't brush it off. You've earned the right to be proud. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about cleaning up your closet. It's about giving yourself a sense of peace, control, and accomplishment. And that's always worth celebrating. And there you have it, my friend. Bit by bit, with small habits and a little heart, your closet can go from crowded and frustrating to simple and easy to enjoy. It doesn't take big changes, just gentle ones. A few minutes here, a thoughtful choice there, and before you know it, your space starts to breathe again. And so do you. Decluttering isn't about getting rid of things. It's about making room for comfort, for ease, for the person you are right now. You deserve to open your closet and feel calm, not overwhelmed. You deserve clothes that feel good and serve you well. If this video helped you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you have a favorite habit from today's tips? Or maybe a story of something meaningful you let go of or decided to keep? Share it in the comments below. We're all on this journey together. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Elder Insights, and share it with someone who might enjoy a little extra peace in their life, too. Your support helps us keep creating thoughtful content made just for you. Until next time, take care of yourself, and remember, you're not just clearing out a closet. You're making space for what matters most.